Hi, it's Nicole for Simple Stories, and today I am diving into the Color Me Happy collection with a fun circular frame design. The sketch that I'm using today is from Scrapbook Generation, and I will have it linked down in the description box below. To get started, I did a quick sort through a lot of the pattern papers, and I pulled a bunch of smaller scaled down B-sides from the 6x8 paper pad. Now, I edited the photos that are going to go along my frame and be cut into circles in Photoshop. I created a 3-inch circle, I believe was the size, dragged and dropped my photos in and printed them as a circle so that I could make sure that they were going to fit the image. And then what I did was I planned out which one was going on which edge. So the one that's sitting on my desk of my daughter running, I know that that's going to go on the left side of the layout. So I made sure that most of her body was on the right side of the circle because half that circle is going to be cut off. Now, I'm using a die to cut all of these. I went through my stash. I have a couple different circle cutter systems, and I was planning on using the old Creative Memories one. Turns out the numbers, the sizing is not accurate on those, and it's starting to drive me a little bit nuts. I ran into this with my pink lemonade layout as well. I've been very much into the circles lately. If it says 3 inches, it is not. If it says 6 inches, it is not. So thankfully, I never purge basic shapes like this. So this set of circle dies is from Spellbinders probably 15 years ago, and I just never get rid of them. And they came in and solved the problem. So I cut those 4 photos that I had edited, cut a bunch of those 6x8 papers, and then I went to the 3x4 cut apart sheet. There was a lot of images on here that I felt like would work really well for this design. There's this fun rotary phone image, some that kind of looked like a pie chart almost. And because these are 3 inches wide, I was able to cut these with that 3-inch die. Some of them have a little sliver of the next 3x4 card showing, but it's fine. So I just kind of went through, picked some like generic images, I would say, nothing with phrasing on it, mostly to break up and just kind of bring in some more interest. And then I'm going to figure out placement. I mocked up my entire layout in Photoshop first. I just take a screenshot of the sketch that I'm using, drag and drop it in, and then as I'm editing my photos, I drag and drop them onto that image of the sketch so that I can make sure that everything kind of looks balanced and things are going to fit, especially if I do modifications on photo sizes, which I tend to do a lot. And on this layout, I think I broke up 2 of the 6x4 photos into 2 3x4s instead. Now, cutting circles in half, that's hard. I was struggling. I knew that I was going to get frustrated constantly trying to line these up. There's no straight edge on them. So I took a piece of Post-it tape and put it on my trimmer at that 1.5-inch mark. And this gives me just a little bit of a lip to butt the edge of these circles up against. And this is going to make it so that they are cut in half and, save me some frustration if I'm being honest. And then cutting through the photos, you can see a little bit better just how I did some intentional placement of the photos within the circles, knowing what I was going to be cutting off. Magic of editing, we fast forward and I've got my frame done. I did not want to make you guys sit through watching me play essentially Sudoku with circles to figure out a good kind of mix up and balance of those colors and patterns. I made sure each edge had a photo and that they were kind of in different placements. And then the center part of this sketch is essentially a large photo collage with some paper replaced for a couple of the photos. And what I tend to do when I am trying to pick photos is the larger photo places get saved for more important photos, if that makes sense. The smaller the photo that's depicted on a sketch, the less important to the story is kind of how I choose my photos. Not to say that the photo's not good, it's not depicting, an important part of the story. I just kind of work my way from largest photo down to smallest photo. And by going in that order, I'm making sure that I'm picking the photos that I like the most first. I have all of my photos and paper down here. I also forgot to include, I forgot to hit record. On the foam sticker sheet, I used a bunch of the little scallop border kind of pieces around the frame to give me little places of having embellishment around that frame. So it's not just the paper and it's not just the photos. I also brought in some phrase stickers. And then my journaling, I ran through my printer on one of the cut aparts. And this is a tip that I give you guys. If you're using a cut apart, and you can see this one says, it's like okie dokie artichokey, I think is what that says. I'm ignoring that. I know that doesn't fit my theme and I'm going to cover it. I'm not really worried about that. My title is built of a lot of phrases from the foam stickers. And to me, titles can be fun. Elements built around different things. It doesn't have to read as a grammatically correct sentence. This one I think worked pretty well. And I will say, I was chatting with a couple of different friends and they were asking me what I was going to do with Color Me Happy. And I said, field day. And I think every single person that I talked to was very confused. And they were like, that doesn't give school vibes and that doesn't give like sport. If you've been around my channel for a little bit, you know that I don't like being painted into a corner. I look at things a little bit differently, and I hope that by me looking at something differently helps you kind of stretch your creative muscles and look at something a little bit differently as well. When I looked at Color Me Happy, I saw just bright, fun mix of colors with a hint of chaotic, fun energy. And that reminds me of field day at my kids' school. Every year that they went to this elementary school, each grade was assigned a color t-shirt. So like this year, my daughter is wearing yellow. I didn't use almost any yellow. I would say the yellow that's in this collection is very golden, and her class was wearing more pastel. That doesn't bother me. I was just going with the fact that I knew all of the equipment was going to be bright colored, the grass, all the kids. The group photo, I think two of the girls being in a different class, they were wearing blue, or they may not have had a yellow shirt. I can't remember. This has been a couple years. But this made sense to me. I loved doing, like, if you're new here, sometimes I will take a very themed collection and completely ignore that theme and bend it into something that's going to work for my specific photos. I think it's easy to go with the theme. I think stretching yourself creatively and going off theme is where you really start to learn your personal style and things that you like and you don't like. Once I got the basics of my title, photos, journaling down, I just kind of keep going through the different elements from the die cuts to the stickers to the foam stickers and kind of work from large to small and find things that I can tuck in here and there. Again, to me, field day is chaotic. There's a lot going on, and that makes me kind of over embellish a little bit and lean into the theme of what's going on in my photos. I used all of those little black hearts that were from, I think, one of the sticker sheets. I found some more in one of the die cut packs, thankfully. I debated like die cutting some more black hearts out of just like scrap cardstock, but I found some in the die cut pack and I was like, yes. Like this little area on the top edge was the only one that didn't have any of those little black hearts. And so finding some more really kind of finished it off. And then I did realize that I did not include the date in my journaling. So I grabbed one of the label pieces from one of the die cut packs, stamped the date on it, and then I'm just going to kind of tuck it underneath this little cluster over here on the right. And you can see, like, did they use tennis rackets? No. Are there gummy bears happening? No. I'm going with mood. I'm going with the vibe. I'm going with, kind of what makes sense as far as the feeling of this event. I've got some detail photos here. If you have any questions, leave them down below. There is a blog associated with this over on Simple Stories, so I will link that down below. And anything else that I can think of. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.